Good morning, afternoon, or evening. How y'all doing today? Welcome back to Mr. Morrow's intensive math class. Today we're going to be talking about rounding decimal numbers. Okay? The good news here, simply follow the same rules of rounding whole numbers. There is no bad news. We already learned that, so this is going to be a walk in the park. Let's just review what the rules are for rounding in general. It doesn't matter if you're rounding whole numbers or decimal numbers, the rules still apply. Number one, locate the number in the correct place value being rounded and underline that number. Underline it because that way you're going to see visually what number you're trying to round. Okay? Number two, look at the number to the right. To the right of the number being rounded. That is the underlying number, okay? So if you have, for example, 2.67 and I'm rounding to 6, you're looking at the number to the right. You're looking at the 7. If the number to the right of the number being rounded is less than 5, simply keep the number being rounded the same and make all of the numbers to the right of the number being rounded zeros. If the number to the right of the number being rounded is 5 or greater, simply increase the number being rounded by 1 and make all of the numbers to the right of the numbers being rounded zeros. It is that simple, my brothers. So let's practice. Round each decimal number to the nearest tenths place. Tenths place is which number here, guys? The 2. So I'm going to look at the 3. Is that 5 or greater or less than 5? So it stays the same and every other number drops to 0. The good news about decimals, once you're at the end of the decimal, these zeros do not matter. Now, be careful. If you have it like this, these zeros are extremely important. Extremely. If you're rounding a whole number, okay, let's say we were rounding this to the thousands, and this became 75,000, those zeros are extremely important. But at the end of a decimal number, the zeros after the last digit of the decimal number, they really do not count. Can you write them? Yes, no worries. But this can simply be written as 6 2/10. B, what number's in the tenths place here, gentlemen? This 6 right here. So you look to the right. Is that number 5 or greater? So the 6 goes up by 1, and you can replace the rest in zeros. But remember, those zeros do not necessarily have to be there. So 3 7/10 would be my answer. Let's now round to the hundredths place. What number is the hundredths place here, gentlemen? Well, some of you are saying 0, some of you are saying 2. Okay, some of you still are saying 0, some of you are saying 2. Tenths, hundredths, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. Who's the hundredths here? The 2, my brothers. So I look to the right. Is that 0, 5 or greater? Very good. It's less than 5, so that means it stays. So it's just 0.2 or 2 hundredths. Which is the hundredths place here in example B, gentlemen? Yes, sir. The 8. Very good, my man. You look to the number to the right. Is that number 5 or larger or less than 5? It's larger. So what's going to happen to that 8, my brothers? It doesn't become 1.9. It just becomes 12 9/100ths. Does that make sense, gentlemen? All right. May I continue? Thank you, gentlemen. How about the thousands place? Which number in A here, which value is in the thousands place? Yes, sir. The 8, very good, son. So you look at the number to the right of it. Is that number 5 or larger or less than 5? So what happens to this 8? Stays the same. Very good, my man. You have zeros here, but remember you don't need that. So this equals 6 and 218 thousandths. How about for B? Which number is in the thousandths place here? The 9. Well, which one? Tenths, hundredths, thousandths. Now this is a tricky one. I look to the right. Is that 9 5 or greater or less than 5? So it goes up, right? But pay attention to what happens here, my brothers. If 9 goes up, it becomes a 10, right? So I got to carry that 1 over here. What's 1 plus 9? So I got to carry that 1 over here. What's 1 plus 9? So I got to carry that 1 over here. So my answer would be 2.0 or just 2 straight up. Does that make sense, gentlemen? So when I round a 9 up, okay, whether it's in whole number or decimal values, I have to carry that 1 over to the next number. Because I cannot put a value like this, for example. I can't do 9 and then put a 10 here in that one place value. You just can't do that. That doesn't make sense. Does that make sense, my brothers? Thank you, gentlemen. Okay, how about here? In example A, which is the 10,000ths place? Sir? Tenths, hundreds, thousands. No. Tenths, hundreds, thousands, 10,000ths. I look to the number to the right. Is that 5 or larger or less than 5? Okay, so what happens here? No, we don't read numbers like that. This is going to be, what is this number? Come on. 755 10,000ths. Does that make sense, guys? You promise? Okay, don't forget how to read the numbers now. That's really important. For B, what is the value or number in the 10,000ths place? Tenths, hundreds, thousands, 10,000ths. Very good. Is that 4 going to stay the same or go up 1? So I'm going to have 4 and 564 10,000ths as my answer. You guys with me here? All right. Awesome. Next. Millions place. Which value here? Which number is in the millions place here? Okay, I got 8, 6, 7. I got a lot of different ones. How about we just count it out, guys? Don't guess. Tenths, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions. The 8. I look to the right. Is that number going to go? Is the 8 going to go up or down? I'm sorry. Is it going to go up or stay the same? It's going to go up. Very good. So this is going to be 1 and 254,068 millions. That's 1 and 254,068 millions. Please remember, this is the 1. The decimal's the and. But then you have to read this part like normal. That's 254,068. But it ends in the millions place. So it's 1 and 254,068. That's wrong. Wait a second, guys. I shouldn't have listened to my boys who made an error, and I should have paid attention myself. Great lesson for all of us. Even teachers can make a mistake. Thank you for pointing that out to me. Very good job. I have to pay attention. We all have to pay attention. So let's do this again. Is that 8 going to go up or stay the same? It's going to go up because the 7 is larger than 5. Great mistake by all of us. Now we know that even the easy stuff we can make a mistake on. We always have to pay attention. Thank you so much. So this will become now 1 and 254,069 millions. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Great job, guys. I'm sorry, my man? Yeah, well, I made a mistake because I had said the 8 stays the same, and that was my bad. I was not paying attention. I have to pay attention. We always do. How about for B, guys? Which number is in the millions place? Yes, sir. The 4, tenths, hundreds, thousands, 10,000, 100,000s, millions. Very good. Now, it does stay the same because 3 is less than 5. So how would you read this number here, guys? Who wants to take a crack at that? Who can read that number? Yes, sir. No. 3 and beautiful, son. That is fantastic. 3 and 542,114 millions. Fantastic. Easy peasy, right, guys? All right, my brothers. Go ahead and scan this for me, please. And let's do some practice right now in class. Thank you very, very much. I hope you learned a lot and have a wonderful day.